This meeting is being recorded.
All right, everybody, away we go. Welcome to today's call. It is Friday, July 30th of 2021, and this is the Realty Classroom Telemarketing Training call. And I know a lot of you have been kind enough to send me over the recordings, so we will get going on those forthwith. Ann Shaw, welcome back. Love to see you in here. Sorry, guys, my voice is a little bit gone. Got my second vaccine yesterday, and it wasn't nice to me. So I will do my best to fire through this. Let's get over here. I have muted everybody, so if I call your name, you'll have to unmute yourself. Carla sent me something first. So, Carla, if you are on and you can unmute yourself, I will go.
Yes, I did, and I do need your help. This is a cancer patient, and
Okay.
I kind of got off track with her, and
Yeah.
I do need your help. It's a challenging one, and you can listen to it. I think I messed up. I could have done that. In fact, I just got off the phone with Kyle. I was talking to him about it, but he said, mention to Danny, right away. So I do
Good.
need your help on this.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks. Yes, good morning, Belinda.
Yes, this is Belinda.
Hi, good morning, Belinda. This is Carla. I'm calling from Remax Champions. I was calling you because I saw your beautiful home online. I noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you out some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that on Kaiser Avenue in Fontana?
Okay.
Okay. By the way, it looks like a beautiful house. Why are you trying to sell it?
Oh no, I actually changed my mind, but because of my kids.
I see. Okay. Is it something that you wanted to relocate or downsize?
Well, because I got sick. I got cancer, so that's what it is.
Oh,
But
okay.
because I can't find a single family home, a single story, so that's why I changed my mind.
I see. Okay.
It's not it didn't sell. I have so many offers, but my kids, told me that just stay here.
Okay.
instead.
So you'll be thinking of possibly selling them down the line in the future.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. I'm battling with the cancer right now, so
I
it
see,
depends
yeah.
on my kids. Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Belinda. Well, let's do this. Let me get out the information to you, and if we can be of any service and help you, look for a single home. You want single story. Were
Yeah.
you looking in the Fontana area?
Yeah, like close to support group, like hospitals, clinics, stores, and stuff like that.
Okay. So if you could find something to your liking in that area, then you'd be more apt to sell this home.
Yes, because that's why I said the decision is not just up to me; it's my kids. So because they want to make sure that they're not far from each other, especially me, so they can come and especially this pandemic, it's really hard.
Of course. Yes, it is. Okay, well, let me get out the information to you today, 7615 Kaiser Avenue in Fontana, and then I'll follow up in a week from now. I can also send you some information for buying in the area that you're looking for. So you want to stay Fontana, like you said, in the same price range as your house, roughly about $380 or so, in that same price range, or a little lower or higher?
Well, that's why I said it's up to my kids, so it's not up to me because right now I'm not working anymore. It's been 3 years, so the decision making is up to my kids. So if you just send the information, then my kids is the ones gonna respond to you, not me.
Okay, sounds good. I'll follow up in a week or so. And should I talk to one of your kids or just call this number back?
Just call this number, and then either me or my daughter's or son gonna respond to it.
Okay, all right. Sounds good, Belinda. And you take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Stay safe. Thank you.
Okay. Well, tell me what you think you did wrong.
I think what I did wrong is I didn't focus more on the buyer end, because she said, oh, we sold the house. There were so many offers, where I wasn't focused on as much as where do you want to buy. And to be honest with you, Danny, when people, and I shouldn't be, she mentioned cancer and she's sick, and
Yeah.
it kind of got me off track. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. Well, great. What got you off track? Did it make you uncomfortable?
To be honest, yeah. I don't know, the word cancer. It kind of got me uncomfortable. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, yeah.
Okay. You got uncomfortable talking to her about it? You didn't know what to say, or?
I just felt a little. I mean, I tried to not be over, oh, I'm so sorry, and I didn't want to push on that issue, but I wanted to get the seller plan out. But at the same time, it sounded like, well, I sold my house, and there were so many offers, and I just couldn't find a place. I think I should have focused more on the buying end.
Well, I think you do in the end.
I
think you do in the end, and I think you're exactly right. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it, but I think it's, as time goes on, we have to become aware of what we're actually hearing and respond to that.
Yes.
Right? Because,
Right.
And I get it. I mean, we've got these scripts and we have these beats that we're trying to hit. And as we say each week, when somebody actually answers the phone, there's always a curveball. Always.
Right.
Sometimes it's how they
There
speak.
was a curveball to me.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes it's how they speak to us. Sometimes it's a situation that they're in that makes us uncomfortable. I mean, I went to one today that was uncomfortable. It's a separation, and I've known them for a long time, and it was uncomfortable. But I'm there to listen and guide and do the job. And I was very specific with my advice. And I think over time, well, here's the easy piece of this for me to coach you on, and anybody for that matter. You have to remember that we are trying to be of service to them. Okay? We're trying to be of service to them. So what is she, in your mind's eye, what was she trying to accomplish that she didn't?
Well, she couldn't find a place near the hospital or doctors where she wanted to move to.
Did she say that explicitly?
Yeah.
I heard some, okay, because I remember, again, we hear something, we all remember one thing. I thought I heard her say one level.
She did. She said one level home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and the only thing was, she got frustrated, the kids got frustrated, and now it's complicated by cancer treatment, right? So, so I think in the end you get there. Just takes you a little bit to get there, but how many children do you have? Which is there one that's more particularly in charge? Because I'd like to send him or her a copy of what I'm sending you as well. No, just send it here. Great. What's that person's name so that I can reference them as well as you on the package? I think it's easier than you think it is. I think we all get a little cringy when we listen to ourselves in retrospect, right? I think we all, everybody's a perfectionist in retrospect, but in the real moment, I really don't think this is way off base, Carla. I just think that you're right. You've identified what you should be focused on, which is the plain and simple fact that this lady was trying to go to a one-level house near wherever, but then there's a complication. Now she's away from the kids. And so I think the area, right? You live in the area generally where this lady was?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Not
good.
far at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you're aware of what she's trying to achieve. Just stay with that.
Yep.
And become more logical. And see, once we get through, the package goes out, she says sure, she's open to it, she's open to telling you why she was moving, why now maybe the plans have changed, but she's still open to it. But she's telling you very clearly it's not her decision, right?
She is.
So, okay, whose decision is it? Because without the decision maker, we have a problem, don't we?
Yep.
So you just needed to better identify who the decision maker is. So when you call back, you really want to make sure you know who the decision maker is. And my gut as the salesperson that would be waiting for an appointment like this is, well, why don't we just send her over? See, if you had qualified the buy side, and I like you kind of led the witness better than you have in the past. Sometimes you'll say something very absolute. Well, you're trying to find a place to save money? This time you didn't do that. You said, well, you're trying to find a place to save money as you had her expired price a little above, a little below. You led the witness to try to tell you what she had been looking for. And I think if you just relaxed and did that, I want you to get comfortable that we deal in a lot of uncomfortable situations for people moving, right? It's not always happy
Yeah.
stuff. I had one today. You had one the other day. I mean, that's what happens. There are reasons
Yeah.
that are negative for moving too, but they're really waiting for us to step in and lead them, right? Now,
Yes, yes.
now let me ask you a question from your heart. Do you believe that Kyle and Scott could solve this problem?
I do.
Okay, what do you believe they could do? Tell me in your own
I
words.
do. I believe they could find her a nice place that's near the hospital, the doctor's office, and help her make it a smooth transition and listen to what the kids have to say.
Yeah.
I think they would fit perfectly for this. I actually was just on the phone with Kyle just before you, explaining to him about this situation. So I think they both have enough empathy and knowledge to be able to solve her problem.
Well, let me
Definitely.
let me educate you about what we do. And I think this is where the telemarketing staff that's all in here, with the sales staff that's all in here, we have to see the symbiotic relationship between telemarketing and sales. And it's not just telemarketing. For all the salespeople on the call that don't do telemarketing as a pure job, they still have to see that conversation at open house, that conversation on the phone with a referral. It's all the same, that you're saying, look, think about the buy side, okay? And this is why Campfire, you should all be aware that Campfire is a bi-weekly call. We just did one. And if you were not there or you were not aware of it, your team lead has access to the recordings on Facebook and they can send it to you. And if not, I'll make sure we get it, right? The idea on Campfire is to know the buyer course just as much as the seller course. I can't remember which one of the principals I was coaching this week. And they're like, yeah, I'll just start with the seller course. No, you won't just start with the seller course. You'll start with the burger and the fries. The burger is the seller plan and how we take a seller through the process. The fries are the buyers. And I put them in that order because the meat of the business is the acquisition of listings. And that's the primary function for me to keep us all in that mindset that listings lead the day. But there's nothing like fries to go with the burger. So there's a buy side. If you get a double, right, it's the happy meal per se, right? When you get the burger and fries in a conversation, which is what you just found. You found them both. You need to become more aware of that pinwheel that we have, the infographic, and realize that if you were looking at that infographic for the buy side, you would see representation, because that's a bigger deal. You have to explain that we can represent you in that buy side. We can find that. I don't know how you were looking, but Kyle, Scott, they can definitely find you a house. So I asked you the question to see how intimately and strongly you felt about their ability to solve this lady's problem, right? That's what I wanted. Yeah. And so because I think Autumn does that very well with me, is that she is just convinced I can solve any real estate problem you have. She's convinced, right? And so am I. Yeah. So she's not wrong. I'm convinced that I can solve your problem. So,
and I'm sure the confidence comes out in her voice.
It 100%.
Because she knows you so well, 100%.
100%. Well, she just believes in my ability to do the deal, right, and solve the problem.
Right.
But on the buy side, if you look at, and this is your homework, I want you, and Kyle can give you the video of me talking through the buyer plan. You really want to know that there's a point in time where the representative should really help somebody make sure that their money is in order, so they have a real true pre-qualification. You can't really get underwritten without the property, but you can get a real true deep pre-qualification to know what you can afford. Then the next thing is, I have that on the buy side, features. You want to match the money to what the features that you can afford or that money is really buying. So if I say I'm going to buy a house for $390,000, what did that money just buy in the area near the hospitals over the last 6 months? Because if you could show that to her, if you could get that to her, so when this package goes out, there should be a buy side. Hey, we took the liberty to send you some properties that sold and that are for sale in this price range. This is definitely the solds. This is definitely with $390 bought by the hospital, one level where you wanted to go. And I know we can find you one. So if she and her children can visually see that it's possible, now your job is to convince them it's possible for them. Let me repeat that for all of you, okay? Once a seller or a buyer sees the information that they can achieve on a sale or a purchase, a certain property, now they might look at it and say, no way. I'm not moving into one of those. Forget it. I'm not moving. That might be the outcome too. But most of the time it's not. It's just that they have lost faith and hope that they can get to where they want. It's such a daunting thing now throwing cancer treatment on top of it. It's daunting, right? It's daunting.
Yeah.
But she might still want to move, which it sounds like she does. So
She does.
unless she puts up the big halt sign to you, your job is to continuously push on there and go from there. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. When is your campfire call again? Because I'd like Kyle to make sure that I get
2
to
weeks
go
from
on.
yesterday. Yeah, 2 weeks from yesterday. And I would encourage all telemarketers, all salespeople on this call, because this is a big attendance on these Friday calls. But that bi-weekly call is the burgers and fries. And we just keep beating on it and beating on it and beating on it. So in that heat of the moment, it would be more logical to you. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Did you look at some properties that sold at 390? Is that what you were looking at? Because I'll throw in the package when I send you this stuff on the sell side. Let me give you some buyer information too. Let me send the whole Happy Meal. Let me send the burgers, all the sell side stuff, and the fries, all the buy side stuff. And you would just chunk it into 2 different packages, put a paper clip on each one, and they both go out together, right? So that now when it arrives and you get the son, the daughter, somebody on the phone, you're relating specifically to that thing. And you're saying, look, we don't, just in case she still wants to move and you want to move her, I just want to give you some hope that it can get done. And I definitely want to give you some hope that my guys can get it done for you. See where I'm coming from?
Yes, I love it. I'm going to get on the next campfire call. I'm going to make sure Kyle tells me.
Yeah. So it's just, and you should go back and look at the recording from yesterday. Okay. So have him look at it. And if I haven't added you to the Campfire Facebook group, send me a message in Messenger and I will do so. Okay. So you can go back and watch any of the recordings, but it strikes me, and this is why I like this case here today. It strikes me that some of you telemarketers are undertrained in those 2 programs. Look at Autumn comes to those all the time. And I think that's why over time she's developed herself into somebody who truly believes in that. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Love it.
Yeah, good. Awesome. Okay. Anybody have?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Hope
Okay.
you feel better.
Yeah, it's just, second shot made me tired. So,
drink a lot of water. That's what I did. I had the Pfizer.
Did you? Yeah, I had the Pfizer too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good job. Anybody have any thoughts about that? Any questions about what I coached her on there that would help you? Anybody? And in the meantime, I would be calling on Adam, Scott, and who else did I have? Scott and Kyle, but I forget who else it was. We were going to talk about a wholesale script. So do I have Adam? I still have you with Alexa? Okay. You have to unmute yourselves. Sorry, it's so many people on the call. I just had to mute everybody. So I'm going to continue to go through these, but
can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are, buddy. All right. So as far as the wholesale script, I think it's important that this call has diversity, everybody. And I have a lot of my key clients that do wholesale purchase stuff. And I think it's important to recognize that to me, the context doesn't matter. See, I mean, I think Russell and Maxie are great at sending me buy-side leads. I have some Z-buyer leads, that these are buy-side capture leads, still internet leads. And then a lot of these folks have We Buy Homes franchises. And I keep trying to say to Scott and Adam, the money that they're losing in the lack of longer-term follow-up versus just the cream skimming can be plugged into this formula. So I want to be able to prove that today. I'm going to spend just a few quick minutes. You're going to watch me cut and paste this, okay? Because I want to prove to you that this is not about this isn't not you, Adam. I know you buy in and Scott buys in, but I just want everybody to understand that a formula is applicable to anything. And then we get more into that educational piece. That where's the beef, right? Where what is the offer that we're making? So I really just wanted to kind of put a dent in that. Let me just see if I can't get my screen showing here. Bear with. So Adam, you're going to have both people make calls for you on both sides. Did we determine that? Now that Anna's back? Okay.
That's the plan.
Okay, so let me grab this. So Alexa and Ann, this will be for you, and you can really see me just do this. Okay. So the premise is that when we pick up the phone, you can see if I come up and I just grab something, you see every script is like, it looks complicated, but really it's the same formulaic approach. You come up here and all you're going to do, I'm going to grab all this stuff. Okay. Because this is beat number 1, which is the introduction, how you know who they are and what's in it for them. Now, some of these people might on wholesale be hot inbound calls. That fair, Adam?
Okay. Yep.
Is that right? I mean, are these?
Yeah.
Will they be making outbound calls to a wholesale list as well?
No, they're not going to be receiving inbound calls. Those are all good
Yeah,
right now.
Okay, so same thing, Adam. This is Alexa from Paradigm Realty. I'm calling you because. So now we just go down here, and what would be the premise? How would we know about their context? What would we know that this lead would have come into you? How?
They were looking for a cash offer for their property.
Okay. So, and they had come to you, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And would we have ever gotten these people, or these are just the ones you couldn't get quickly, right?
I just have a giant database of people that haven't touched over the last 2 years. All in, so you know, I don't know. It's
Okay, so there's the context. I'm calling you because I saw that you were looking for a cash offer on your property. Now, again, the only adjustment there is the leads are older. You know, Alexa and Ann are sharp enough, both of them, to say, I noticed back 6 months ago, 2 months ago. That's all they have to do. No big adjustment. No big adjustment, ladies, right? So,
right.
So now, hi, Ann, by the way, thrilled to have you back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, welcome back. I'm thrilled. I'm a big fan of yours. I brag about you a lot and your success. Yeah, your early successes with Adam were very good for the whole group to hear. So I'm calling you because I know that you're. Yeah, you could do this one. So here's the one that we did like over a year. So we actually had this because. So we'll just write it into Adam, right?
Sorry, say it again.
Can you see my screen?
I can't. Yeah, I don't really think that one applies.
What doesn't apply?
Oh, the original script. I see you're deleting it now. So.
Okay, period. So we've got a 2A.
Should
A few months.
Adam, should we mention you, like, you had contacted Adam a few months ago?
I just leave it.
These aren't people that have a lot of connection.
Yeah, exactly. I'd leave it generic. I mean, I think if you're looking for a qualifier, Ann, you can relate to, where did they ask for it? I mean, so you could work with Adam and we can refine this a little bit. I mean, I just wanted to get this going, I'm going to make this for 6 months. Cash offer,
Right.
6 months. Right? Okay. So I'm calling you because you boom, 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 right? So next, here's the offer. This is a very key point for all you telemarketers, all you agents to understand. You have to have some sort of an offer in here, right? There has to be something. So our offer and expireds, probates, FSBOs, it's exactly the same. We're going to send you some information that will help you sell it the next time. Sell it, evaluate it for the estate, and then eventually be prepared to sell it for the probate. Help you sell it yourself. It's the same stuff because again, here we go back with the burgers and fries. That never changes. Those are going to that's going to be the meat of the offer. So in this case, Adam, what is the meat of the offer? I'd like to do what? When you get a call right now, and it's a hot call on a wholesale, what do you offer them?
Well, what they want is they want an immediate cash offer over the phone, which is not realistic. But that's truly what they want. So.
Okay.
I think we have to tailor something to that want and need. If we can get them back on the phone, get them back to life, then, if you'd like, we can get you a cash offer within 48 hours, something like that.
$24 hours, is that the offer? Is that the sex appeal of this?
Yeah, we can just,
Okay, so,
I don't care.
oh, hey, guys, live mics, guys.
I got a comment.
Yep, hang on, Kyle. Someone's got live. Yeah, go ahead.
On that, it could be a little misleading there, because if you tell someone that you're interested in giving them a cash offer within 24 hours, if you don't add the stipulation that you actually have to go see that property in order to give them the offer, they're going to fight against you sometimes.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like the second part of the beat, though. You have to put that in.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that
So,
makes sense.
and we're just spitballing this. If you have a good idea to flesh that in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that matches the telemarketer thing where we say, you know, I tell you what, you sound really motivated. Why don't I come over, give you this information, have a look at the property, and give you some insights here, and I need to see it. You know, that kind of thing. I think that would blend in perfectly. Don't you think so, Danny?
Yeah, well, let's think through it, right? So, because we want to stick.
Point and say when would be a good time for my real estate agent to come over. To take a look.
Well, let's.
Yeah, you don't want to see a real estate agent.
Yeah, but just
replace real estate agent with investor.
all right. Just listen.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Still works.
we'll listen to this, and you guys can give me whatever you want, right? Kyle, this is Danny Griffin calling from Griffin Realty Group. The reason I'm calling you is because I saw that you were looking for a cash offer on your property. So I'd like to connect you with our buyer specialist who could give you a cash offer in as quick as 24 hours, right? I mean, that's the offer.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's a good offer.
Yeah.
That's very powerful. May I do that? And you're done. Now, if yes, great. Now, instead of confirming this, I presume you all have the address, yes? Would you have it?
Sometimes. It's not always. So you want to confirm.
Yeah, I would probably
That's
ask
the
for the appointment before you confirm the address, though.
Really? Well, what about the seller questionnaire? I guess pops in there, Danny.
Yeah, well, hang on one second. I think that's too early, Allison. Great. May I confirm that the property, or if you don't have the property address, may I confirm the property address, right? That you were thinking about selling. So may I confirm the property address? Okay, so that gets us there. And I mean, that's pretty innocuous with a pretty big, sexy, cash offer in as quick as 24 hours without over-promising. So we take care of Kyle's concern. Great. May I confirm the property address that you're thinking about selling, right? So that gives you the leeway to confirm if you have it. You can just say it, right? Or ask. Confirm address you have, right? Or determine address if you don't have, right?
Yeah.
That easy. And that's it. And so now, okay, now you just close, right?
Make the appointment.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I just close because this is a simpler approach. We don't need all this because that's not there. All right. Let me just save this revision so I have it. Now we go back up to our formula. So I want you all to pay attention to this. Don't worry, I have other recorded calls I'll do today, but I want to get this in there because this is one of the things that many members do, and they might want you to do as a telemarketer. So I want you to see how all we do is go back to our formula. right? So I don't think this is a bad idea. Let's just take the whole thing and put it there for now. Okay. I'm not saying it will or will not. Remember, ladies, this is going to be a test. So we're looking for the best conversational thing. And remember, we don't want to send Adam, Scott, anybody over there if there's not going to be a viable opportunity, because you guys are going to be so good with this and smooth that somebody's going to say, yes, we want to make sure, determine reason for selling. By the way, while I have you, looks like a beautiful property. Why you're trying to sell it, right? Let them answer. Sounds like a real reason on a scale of 1 to 10, right? So we'll leave that place. Now let's go back up. And this is to Allison's point when she was talking about, the seller qualifying questionnaire, but you can see when we get there, we'll get there, right?
Should we say it looks like a beautiful property because aren't some of them like?
No, I didn't say that, did I? I have to go back and look. I don't think if I do, I'll take it out.
No, that wasn't it.
If I do, I'll take it out.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just looking at where it says it looks like a beautiful property. Why are you trying to sell it?
Great location, great property, great investment, whatever.
That's right, Alex.
Good. Let's just put something in there, right? Now you come down here, make the insight offer, which is, our insight. Make cash offer, appointment, stay with the cash offer. That's what this is all about, right?
Yeah.
Cash offer, cash offer, cash offer. Okay, offer physical in-home tour. Or
Is
just
this when we do the sales questionnaire? I mean
you can. Yeah, you can. The qualifying questionnaire is a good one. So let me just put this and say,
Great thing about that questionnaire is it asks if all the people involved in the sales process are going to be there. In other words, are all the sellers going to be there when I'm there? That kind of thing. I mean, that's definitely something you want to pin down. Amongst the information that's in there, there's a lot of good information in there.
yeah. Well, it gets them. Like I said to Adam the other day, there's no difference in any of these. There's no difference in any of these calls. It has to be that there's a motivated seller, right? These are, obviously if it's a buyer, it's a buyer, but we're looking for a motivated seller, whether you're going to buy at wholesale, because, I know some of the we buy houses guys get all freaked out when you're trying to switch to retail, but that shouldn't be a freak out. It should be a very easy thing. These guys do both. And so it should be easy. Hey, we'll come over, give you a cash offer. Hey, if not, let me put you over to my retail. You want to get it buffed up and try to get higher, you can always have my cash offer ready to go if we can't get this other piece, right?
Yeah, we've done this before, so yeah, it's really easy.
Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think that's a good start. And I think we go from there, right? So I will upload this after the call up into the to the Teachable site. So it'll be under all mind maps for Kyle and Adam. It'll be under all mind maps section, and it will be also in the scripts and dialogue. And ladies, there you go. Let's see what let's see what happens. There's your deal.
Okay. What's it going to be called? Just a cash offer? Or?
It's just down the bottom. I put wholesale. You must not be looking at my screen. It says wholesale right here. I can put wholesale offer.
Okay.
Yeah. Or cash offer.
It's going to go cash/wholesale. Hey.
Don't mess with me. I'm a little bit slow today.
Get some more coffee in your system. Come on.
No, it's my second Pfizer shot. It slowed me down a little bit. That's what it takes an elephant.
Because it's downloading all that information into your system.
Yeah, exactly. I know. All you conspiracy theorists. I know. I can't get into Canada without it, and I got to take my kids. So, There you go. All right, here we go. Let's get back to some recorded calls. Good job, you all. I'm looking very forward to some recorded cash offer calls. So we have a variety of calls here, right? Buyer calls, wholesale calls, doesn't matter to me. Telemarketing is one of the greatest mediums in the world if you have the right offer and the right close, right? So, and the right intro. You have to have the right intro with a quick offer. But you can see, it took us, 10, 15 minutes. We grab from the formula and we apply it to context. So all that really changes is the context. Hey, it's me calling from here. Reason I'm calling you is because you wanted this. You are this. This happened to you. So I'd like to give you, boom, the offer, right? You close for that first offer, and then the second offer is the meeting, right? So in this case, we really didn't do anything necessarily. So that's what I'm going to listen for when I get the real calls back. I'm going to listen for, should we be making some sort of an informational delivery? I believe we should, but I need to work through this. So this is just sort of, let's just cut to the chase. Let's make some calls. Let's see how this goes, and we'll see how we have to plus it up. All right, Angeli, are you there with me? You have to unmute your mic if you're there with me. I'll go up the list here. So I'm looking for Angeli. I'm looking for Marie with Tanyel. Marie. Russell, Alexis, and Doug. Okay, you're up, Russell.
Danny, I'm here. I couldn't get it unmuted.
Okay, sorry, who's that? Is that Marie?
Marie.
Yeah, all right, Marie, then Russell. Let's see, and Angeli, if you're there, you'll have to jump in here. Okay, here we go. Marie, the one, the only.
Hi, is Ethan there?
This is.
Oh, hi, Ethan. I'm Marie. I'm with Spencer Realty, and I was calling because I saw your beautiful home online, and it looked like it did not sell. I wanted to send you some information that will help it sell next time. May I do that?
We're probably actually going to hang on to it, so I'm not really worried about it. I think we're going to try to keep it later down the road and look for something else. Or keep the house in our possession.
Oh, so not sell this property?
Yeah.
Not even over the next couple of years?
No, like I'll probably keep the property long term and end up turning it into a rental or something else.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Yep,
All right, so good. So this is the second time today we have a theme. Nothing wrong with what you did. You're just undertrained about the buy side, right? Because what he's suggesting is the same thing that Carla understood in her call, that there's a buy side to this, right? This is not about a burger. There's no burger, but it is about the fries, because what he's saying is we've decided to keep it. Oh, so you're going to buy one and keep it. What's the time frame for the buying? So you're very efficient. It's a good call, but you missed the buy side. So how much training have you and Tanyel done on the buy side?
We haven't
really
done a lot,
haven't done-
Danny, and that's on me.
Yeah, that's okay. But Tanyel, it just brings up for all the key members here that I think because we came out of the box so hot, hiring telemarketers, wanting them to get the sell side, we're forgetting that obviously all these scenarios could be possible, right? Where somebody like that, it's great. What a great day. We got lucky. We have one that says, hey, I want to buy, but I can't find something. That's pretty typical for a lot of your markets, right? And then the other one is, I'm going to keep this as a rental and I'm going to buy something else. So you can see, Tanyel, now, in retrospect, immediately for Carla, for Marie, and anybody else, we've got to get them involved in those campfire calls. So we're constantly training the brain to be prepared to gear shift from one to the next. And she doesn't know what she doesn't know. So Marie, it would be impossible for you to know this without being taught, right? So it's easy. Just teach her the buy side. And, the videos of me are there doing it. So she can have that on demand. Plus, when you talk through it, so she has a feeling for you. Because, again, like I said earlier, I was asking Carla, do you believe that Scott and Kyle can do this? Do you believe? Right? So the more they know about it and the more we talk to them about how we do it, and then they get a real, they get over that doubting Thomas moment where you actually go out and get one that they booked, then the loop is complete and they begin to believe more and more. But it's that core training on what is the value of a buyer plan? What is the value of a seller plan, right? And get those things out to these people so that they see that there's a plan. And The plan is what they need. What they want is a bunch of the properties that they would buy. Oh, gee, where are you looking to buy? I'm looking over here. Great. Let me do this. Since you're going to keep the house, I was going to send you some information, but why don't I send you some information on the buy side? What I'll do is I'll get together a bunch of the sold properties in that price range. You can see what the money's buying right now, right? And I'll send you a copy of Tanya's plan, the one that she customizes. And she could have tried that with the guy, right? Ladies?
Yeah. Right, I see that.
Okay, yeah. You just haven't been trained on something. And don't beat yourself up, Tanya. We're too hyper focused on just the burgers, which is good and not good, right? Because oftentimes to get the burger, we got to cook the fries first, right?
Right.
And if everybody thinks I'm strange and high on a Pfizer vaccine, I'm telling you that the burgers and fries is to keep your brain remembering. We have a formulaic approach like McDonald's. We don't make chicken and corn. We make burgers and fries. We have a seller plan. We have a buyer plan. A buyer plan, a seller plan. Doesn't matter the order. And sometimes somebody only wants fries. Somebody only wants burgers. But if you can keep your mindset in there and become really, really expert at those two things over time, then anecdotally, in other words, the stories that come, oh, I remember I had a guy that, was sick and he needed to buy and downsize quickly. And I had a gal that, needed to sell because she was in a divorce. Those are the anecdotes. I mean, those are the stories that still fall into the buyer and the seller plan. So just remember that, okay? So that's good. We discovered something for you two today to work on, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, good job, though. Good job. I like the way that you're very efficient, by the way, in your calls. It's very efficient. It's very smooth. I think over time what will happen, Marie, is you'll just become more comfortable with it, and it'll start to sound more and more your natural voice. And I think that's just volume. Right? Just the more of these you make.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good, though. Very good. Yep. Very good. Very efficient. You're welcome. All right, Russell, here we go, buddy.
All right.
Super soft. Hopefully we can hear the voices when he picks up.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Herr.
Yeah.
This is Russell with Weisbart and Associates. I'm calling because I saw Paula had visited our website to look at values for your home. Were you guys just looking for a value, or were you looking to receive offers on the home?
I don't know. I'll let you talk to her.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Paula.
Yes.
This is Russell with Weisbart and Associates. I'm calling because I saw. Oh, with Weisbart and Associates. Well, you visited one of our websites. I was just wondering if you were looking for a value on your home, or were you looking to receive offers?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for a value.
Just a value, like curious about the values.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But what we can do?
What I can go into,
I see. Well, we can get you set up with a monthly update of all the relevant market activity in your area. This way, you can keep track of.
Okay. We're going to stop it right there. What I notice is a theme today is that you all have gotten some evidence from each of the people that you're all talking to. And it's hard to hear her because for some reason, when your recordings come to me, Russell, I can't hear the person like I can hear you. But she says, I want to see what I can get into. Okay. And you go into this offer that doesn't feel congruent with me. Right? It sounds like rushed, and it sounds like you're about to say too much here. And so, because she's simply saying, I want to see what I can go into. So what does that tell us? This is the third case today where it sounds like, if I'm right, I might be wrong when I play this, but I wanted to stop it to see if I intuited it well and said, this lady wants to know what hers is worth. Not only does she want to know what it's worth, she needs to know what she'd walk away with, so that she can see what she can buy with. To me, as a veteran, that's what it means when somebody says, I want to see what I could go into. Follow me?
Yeah, I guess I completely didn't pay attention to that. But that's exactly what it was, I guess.
Yeah, well, let's listen to it. Well, that's okay. Let's listen to it. This is not as obvious to you all as it is to the salespeople. Salespeople in the field, we're very much on top of the problem that needs solving. Telemarketers have this tiny condensed period of time where they're under a lot of pressure to be a good speaker and articulator of the value of the proposition, right? They're under that kind of pressure, and a listener. So it's very, very difficult. I mean, kinesthetically, when I meet with a buyer, when I'm going to do an open house this afternoon, just trying to fish off the dock with a listing. I just got a big price reduction because I know there'll be a lot of traffic. Now, when somebody comes in, it's so easy for me to be sitting there that the time within which you have to talk to somebody and make an offer and go back and forth is tiny compared to when somebody walks through the house. So the salespeople have the advantage of time. Unfortunately, when there's too much time, salespeople don't shut up. So this is up, speaking about myself. Now I'm much better at that now that I have a very, very clear formula. I really know how to inject enough of me and stay inside the formula. Right? So when you listen to this again, try to just listen for that moment. And I think, again, if there's any critique I have for you, Duran and Maxie, it's your offers are too many words. They're always, to me, they're too many words. It's an Einstein philosophy to make everything simpler, but not too simple, right? And so this needs to be simpler, if you ask me. So just let's listen. Hear her say this thing that triggers me. So I'm coaching you on it, right? All three of you today. I'm coaching you on the fact that there's a resolution oftentimes driven by the buy side. I always ask my sellers, where are you going? Do you have somewhere to go? I did it today. The couple that's separating, I did it today. Where are you going? Where is he going? Because I can sell this house in 30 seconds. I can have them, get your stuff out of my way. Let me get the pictures, digital floor plans, boom, boom, boom. We will have multiple offers on this property because it's a real bread and butter. But where are you going? And will you be ready when I do that? So we have to solve where are they going in this business all the time. And sometimes we get lucky. Oh, no, he's all set. He's going here. I'm going here. Okay, good. But that's real now. You taking all this stuff with you? No. Dumpster, bags of stuff. Right? So that's to help you, Russell. That's the reality of the moment of the salesperson, that it's a much bigger burden for you to hear that and react. So here we go. Let's listen again. Listen very closely. It's hard to hear her.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Herr.
Yeah.
This is Russell with Weisbart and Associates. I'm calling because I saw Paula had visited our website to look at values for your home. Were you guys just looking for a value, or were you looking to receive offers on the home?
Oh, I don't know. I'll let you talk to her.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Hello?
Hi, Paula.
Yeah.
This is Russell with Weisbart and Associates. I'm calling because I saw. Oh, with Weisbart and Associates. Well, you visited one of our websites. I was just wondering if you were looking for a value on your home, or were you looking to receive offers?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for a value.
Just a value, like curious about the values.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But what we can do?
What I can go into,
Yeah, I want to know what I can go
We
into.
can get you set up with a monthly update of all the relevant market activity in your area. This way, you can keep track of what's going on in your area, and you can see the information, and so you can estimate the value.
Oh, what happened? Hang on, something happened. Let me forward this.
Square footage is the home.
4 and 2.5 and 2070.
Okay. And keep in mind, this is.
The lot's 92, I think.
Okay. Make a note of that here. And by the way, keep in mind that this is like just a general market update.
Right.
We'll show you if if the properties have sold and they have photos there. You'll be able to see the photos, so you can compare the inside on your own.
Yeah.
By the way, if you were to ever sell, when do you think that might be?
I've been looking for the last year, so
matter of how to do it, because I know this house will sell probably definitely within 5 days. I bet it'll be gone in a day or two.
Yeah.
And the scary part is I'm so picky and to be able to go in to another house. And I mean, with the market the way it is, nobody's going to take a contingent sale. So that's my dilemma.
I see. Okay, so you're looking to buy then, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to be staying locally or moving out of the area?
Yes, stay.
Okay, like around Federal Way.
Yeah, because it's the cheapest.
All right. Well, why are you looking to make that move?
Get rid of stairs and downsides.
Okay, so you want like a Rambler then?
Yeah, and I want to be able to go in and pay cash. Just come out of here and go right in and pay cash.
I see.
Close her. Close her.
Budget for that?
Well, it depends what this house is worth.
There you go. Close her. This is too much.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to stop. This is not your job. Right? Russ? This is not your job. You have a closable situation. The questions you're asking should be being done by the outside sales agent. Close. You can go to the seller qualifying questionnaire and you can ask some questions. But where is the offer? With 3 minutes and 29 seconds, you have a closable deal here. And the accordion, and this was my critique of Maxie last week. What is this that you're doing here? What are you doing? What are you trying to achieve?
Price range?
Okay. But close. You know she's looking at Federal Hill and she's there. Isn't this a closable call?
Yeah.
Close.
Okay.
You don't. I noticed this with both you and Maxie, and I told Duran this. You're trying to add so much value that there's a diminishing return on both of your calls where you're really good and you get this. I mean, this lady is telling you everything, and it's this is perfect. I don't know why the theme has been exactly this with all these calls. She's very specific with you. How do I make this all happen? Close. Because the solution is what? The insight of the agent. You have the information. Well, look at what I can do is I pop the information in the mail to you, which will give you some indication of what's selling around you. But it seems like you know that already. But what I think we really should do is we should get you with one of our buyer specialists, who can talk about the sell side too. But that's the person that can tell you exactly how to pull this off in this market. It's what we do. Close. Because that's the value of the appointment. You are nothing more than a voice on the phone that's going on too long. I'll listen to more of it, but I'm screaming in my head, close. You're done. Good job. Close. Maybe get a qualifying, statement, but say, oh, don't worry about that. That's what we do every day. I know people freak out about that, but our agents, we have to deal with this every day. So let somebody come over and we can not only go through what to do and what not to do to get top dollar, but go through a net sheet so you can see what you'll have in your hands, so you can see what you're going to buy. And they'll also bring over, some properties. They can coordinate the whole thing. Just close.
You can buy that or not. So, by the time you pay real estate, I figure $100,000, we owe $69.
See what I mean? I'm going to end the call. I'm going to end it because I'm only going to get myself frustrated listening. This is what she should be doing face to face with one of your agents. Period. Right? Period. Because now I'm in the house. Now I see what kind of condition it's in. I have my analysis. I have my net sheets ready to go. Right? I mean, that's exactly what I did today. I went in there prepared, even though they're past clients. Nobody gets treated differently. We make burgers and fries. Okay. So when I went in there, I went for the nickel tour of the property. I saw all the, facets of it. I looked at the math. It was a no-brainer. I had, the net sheet already done in a range that's conservative based on the math. I would have made adjustments in the house if I needed to. I didn't. I said, use this as the guide. And since you guys aren't seeing exactly eye to eye, let's get together with my attorney. He'll go through this. We can have a pre-arrangement where there's no arguing. Everybody just moves and everybody gets what they're going to get, period. Right? So it's all, when I'm in the house, I can get so much done. But right here, this is just too much. And Russell, this call goes on for 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Tell me the outcome.
Well, we booked an appointment.
Okay. And it didn't need to take 8 minutes and 15 seconds.
I mean,
go ahead.
I understand that. And I totally get what you're saying. It's just what that Dawn always gets on me about not ask if I, not ask the price, their price range. So that's all I asked was their price range.
Well, it's more, it's not, yeah, I know it's not all you asked. You lost control of the call because now she's going on and on and on. It's not like, I think what Duran gets on you about is correct. What's the price range, right? And where are they going? What's happening? So, I mean, if you told me, hey, Duran, they have this house. They want to sell it, but they don't know what they're going to walk away with. And they want to buy something over here in this range. You don't need to tell him any more than that. I mean, the why, downsize, Rambler, I mean, these are just check the boxes things when we get good at this, Russell. It's not, you don't have to defend what you're doing. You need to clean it up. You get there, but like it's the same critique for Maxie. It's just too many words. It's too many words, and it does not feel organized. It doesn't feel like there are beats. And again, I think the challenge for everybody today is to, when we get thrown off, I mean, I get Carla's thing with cancer. It made her, a little bit uncomfortable talking about somebody else's ailment, but still, you stay in those lanes. Oh, you want to buy? Boom, boom, boom. Right? Oh, you want to sell? Boom, boom, boom. There's a process, right? We just did it in front of everybody with the wholesale. We just cut and pasted everything in. Hey, I saw that you called about a cash offer back about 6 months ago. And I wanted to see if I could set up a call with somebody who could give you that, right? I mean, just boom, boom. It's very clean. Less is more. As long as, hey, here's who I am. Here's where I'm calling from. You do that very well. Here's what I know about you because you asked us or we know this. And here's what I have for you. May I do that? And then the second beat is more about, okay, why are you really doing this? So I'm done, but why are you doing this? And how motivated are you doing this? Because before I make the offer to send somebody with the insight, I got to know there's a real why. I got to know there's real motivation. Then, yes, there's real motivation. Yes, I'll take the appointment. Great. Let me ask you some specifics about the property you want to sell and the one you want to buy so that when the agent comes over, they can solve this problem quicker or give you a plan to solve this problem quicker so that you don't feel like you're going to get stuck with no homes. Okay? It's just got to be cleaned up formulaically. That's all.
All right.
So I would say, I'll talk to Duran a little bit about it too, but I think you should be very clear when you're sitting there making these calls, what the buy side looks like, what the sell side looks like, and just, you can move back and forth. Okay? Nothing wrong with how you sound. I mean, yeah, I'm with Autumn. Don't put that question mark at the end of it. This call was better than last week. Yeah, this call was better than last week. You sound more certain in your offers, but it's just, you and Maxie have got to clean these up. It's too many words, right? That's all.
All right.
Yeah, you get the outcome, Russell. That's the good news. This is higher level training. You get the outcome. That's the good news. But 8 minutes and 15 seconds in, you don't need to work that hard because it's tougher to do, right? Just be more efficient. That's all. You're a higher level now, Russell. This is good and effective. That's what matters the most. Is it effective? But if Duran's on you for certain things, it just means you're not staying in a formula. You're not giving him exactly what he needs as the outside sales guy or what his agents need. That's all it means. And that comes from efficiencies. All right, Alexis, good job, though. Thanks for sending them. Alexis.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Darren, here we go.
Don't use the 5-minute one. That's with the old script.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
So which one is, let me see. Let's try this one here.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, Dominic. This is Alexis with Paradigm Realty. I'm calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information that'll help you sell it next time. May I do that?
You're selling, I'm sorry, what are you trying to tell me? Give me information for what?
I'd like to send you some information that'll help you sell your home the next time. We noticed it didn't sell. May we do that?
Yeah, we took it off the market. Yeah, what are you just going to send me an email with stuff or what?
We'd send you a packet, and then I'd follow up in a week and see what your thoughts are.
Okay, trainable moment here. Adam, are you still here? Ann, are you here? Adam or Ann? Okay, no Adam. Adam, you're there. Check, check. Okay, Ann. Yep, good. Okay, so for all three of you, here's that moment where training becomes the issue, not coaching, training. I would want her to be able to really immediately lean in on what's in that package. So my question is, Alexis, has Adam ever sent you a seller and a buyer package?
Yes, he sent me a packet about a week and a half ago, but it hasn't arrived in the mail yet.
Okay.
We don't know where it's at.
Okay. He should FedEx both the buyer and seller. Ann, have you ever been FedExed or sent a buyer and a seller package?
I haven't been sent it in the mail, but
Okay.
I have it.
You, Adam, your homework is simple. Send them both, even if you FedEx it, send them both a buyer and a seller package. Why do I want you to FedEx it? We've started to do that with people that we think are really hot, really good, really expensive, and it's been a game changer. So ladies, you need to experience the very thing that you are offering. If you can't experience it, you can't connect to this very moment at 49 seconds because you really don't know what he's getting. You don't really know the true value in it, which is actually very big. And I'm not saying that because it's my system per se. I'm saying that because any of us would want to send these people our best stuff so that when we arrive into the house, we're stepping our value on top of what's already been sent. He's about to get 5 or 6 properties that sold around him directly from the MLS with all the pictures and details specifically. He's about to get the 7-step plan that Adam would customize for him. That's very, very valuable information for somebody that's going to sell a house. It's not some crap about Adam and his real estate company. It is very pertinent information that relates to what happened in the marketplace while he was on and he lost to in that price range, what buyers said yes to versus saying no to his, so he can see his competition that was successful. And he gets the plan, which he did not get from anybody else, which takes him through. You need to consider all of these things in this order, right? So that's an extremely valuable piece, ladies. So you need to get that thing and experience it. If you don't ride along the beam of light, then you don't know what the heck you're offering. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, let's listen to the rest of it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Is your mailing address the 29380 Harlequin Court, 92584? Okay, great. I'll go ahead and send it there. And while I have you on the phone, it looks like a beautiful property. Why are you trying to sell it?
Good.
We were just testing the market to see,
Oh, okay.
Let him answer.
Get for it, and if there was a number that came up, then we would be willing to sell.
Oh, okay.
How'd you do?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to sell it, Dominic?
It could be 50-50. If it didn't sell, it didn't bother me because we like the house, so we can always stay there.
Okay, got it. Okay. All right. One thing I can do is I'd be happy to have Adam.
You can hear in the tone of voice here as you go for the second piece of the offer, there's a disconnect. I can hear it in your tone, right? It's almost like matter of fact. Well, I could have Adam. It's the wrong tone. And Adam, it's because she's not connected enough to how valuable you are. So we have two things here. And Ann, you've been around long enough, so you get it. And Adam has consummated deals that you set up. So you get it, right? But ladies, both of you, you can hear, we want to be attached to, hey, this package is really good. You're going to want this. With or without Adam, you're going to want this. By the way, I could have Adam bring it out. And what he could do while he's there is give you his insight on top of the information, tell you what to do and what not to do to get that price that would make you move. May I set that up? Just with a little bit more certainty. So it's not your fault, Alexis. You don't know what you don't know. So this is the second time today we've heard just sort of a lack of training, opportunity. And that's why we do these calls too. We're looking for where is the trainable moment. Trainable is different from coachable. Coachable is you bring me an anecdote in an outside sales or a telemarketing situation. I can coach you, but I'm going to coach you against the plan. That's what I'm doing. I'm saying, look, both beats here. You can hear Alexis does not fully understand and has not been trained well enough by me, by Adam, been trained well enough what that package looks like, what it says, and why it's valuable. She's been making calls successfully for him blindly, right? No good. No good. And then how in the world would she have a connection to the great insight Adam adds when he goes in the house if she doesn't even know what the package looks like? Because I'm asking her to stack the value. You got information, Adam's insight on top of that. That's a value stack. So if I start off foundationally and I haven't been trained in the value of the initial stack, what good is it, right? So the training is on us, Alexis. Great job sticking to the script, though, now that you have the right one. Great job. Great job. Very disciplined. Yeah, and Alexis, as time goes on, what will happen is, when the guy said, I'm testing the market. Well, here we go with the sales guy again. The sales guy says, oh, really? How'd you do? I said it when we were listening to the call, right? How'd you do? Did you get any offers? Right? What happened? Why'd you stop? So it just becomes a little bit more logical. But I'd rather you did what you just did, which was stay inside the scripting and stay disciplined. So you did a good job here. Real good. One week to the next with a better script, it was an easier call for you, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, cool.
It really was.
All right, GVD, you there, pal? I'm going to do that. And Doug Wiseman, you're going to be up next, and then we're going to call it a day. GVD, there?
We are here.
All right, buddy.
We are here, and Kelly is here.
I like it. Hi, Kel.
So this is a follow-up call. This seller wanted the package email.
Yep.
Strict instructions, so that's why we went off-road.
Okay, let's see.
This is Nick.
Hey, Nick, this is Kelly with the Van Dyke Realty Group. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. I just wanted to follow up to make sure that you did receive this time the email with our seller plan.
I did. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. And I just wanted to see if you had any questions or if we could have a...
Okay. So here's a lack of training again, too, right? So, Grant, you need to role play this with her right there because in the script, it's very clear what beat she's on, right?
Yep.
It's very clear. So you go back to closing for the appointment. You don't ask, did you have any questions? Because, first of all, the telemarketers are not really prepared to answer the questions that would be provoked by the package. That's the insight of the outside sales agent, right?
Yeah.
So it's a dangerous place to leave her untrained in this moment right here because he starts asking questions about the market, specifics, what's this? Well, now we're losing the reason for this. Hey, I was talking to Grant about the property and he'd love to swing by, take a look at it and give you some of his insights. But again, I don't have context. Is in the first call, Kelly, did you find out why and how motivated? Did you have notes on this guy?
Oh, yes. This guy was, there's a couple things that always kind of concern me about this guy. One, I kind of looked him up and he's been great to deal with and talk to. He's a realtor himself. It's like a $6 million house. He had it listed kind of the first time that I talked to him. It was kind of like he was ready to get rid of his realtor. But he's not real fast on, I think he still has some more construction to do is what he's mentioned before.
Okay.
Is he still has more work to do on it before he's ready to go. But on this call, he said, oh, well, I'm, still kind of working with my realtor, which originally he said he didn't really want to work with his realtor. So it's been pulled off the market and he doesn't sound like he knows where he's going.
Okay, so close it. So, but the job is to close anyway, or try to close, right? Because we don't want to keep jerking around with a guy like that. We want to close him or not, right?
Yes.
And it's okay if it's a or not, right?
Yes.
It's okay.
No, absolutely.
Because what you want is an efficient database. You want a segmented database with real opportunities. There are so many people, and especially when it's an expensive house like this. I mean, we get sucked in and it's the sirens call and we're up on the rocks, right? I mean, just move on, right? With a guy like this. So but again, the trainable moment is we have this bridge of looks like a beautiful house. Why are you trying to sell it in the first place, right? That's a bridge. That becomes more about them. First, it's our information that'll help them, but then it's about them. Why? How motivated? Oh, you're working with your realtor, right? Okay. So if we want to butt in the line and get Grant out there because there's a little bit of an opportunity, if there wasn't an opportunity, you wouldn't be following up, would you?
No.
Okay. So there's an opportunity. So you got to bud your guy in there. You got to believe in your guy. Say, look, I was talking to Grant about the house. He'd love to stop by. I know you might be still with your realtor, but why not a second opinion? Let's get Grant out there. He can give you a couple of his insights about the property. Plus, he likes to see what, off-market stuff looks like. May I set that up? Just close.
I like it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because you have that ability to just close. I mean, I think that when you go too sing-songy, it's because you just don't know where you are. You're trying to connect and you get there with them. I'd rather the other side of you, like that closer. You got that closer in you. Just close, right? Just close. But you have to be connected to Grant, what his value is. I mean, I don't know whether you could shadow him on one of these or he could give you the listing presentation. He could tell you what it's like. Grant, you should be telling her stories once a week about a seller deal that you did, just so she starts to get, anecdotally attached to what is that you do? What do you do? Right? Make sense? So
Absolutely.
I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to go beyond that. That's a real sticking point right there for you two that we need to work on, and then just get me another recording of investment because a little bit, and then we can soften that side, right? Because if we get too nice and sing-songy, we get lost very easy. Take it from a guy who has those two personality types, right? For years, it was too much talking. I was going in, I was saying too much. There were too many word whiskers, no good. And when I got efficient, I could still be nice, calm, but I was very efficient. I was very to the point, right?
Yes.
Good. All right, good job. Yeah, we have something to work on, you two. Yeah, very, very clear point there too that you can work on, and it will be dramatically different. I'm telling you, when you know that second beat. And Kelly and Grant, the launching point for you all is if you can get it in the first call, fine, right? Fine, get it in the first call. That's great. But if you can't get in the second, hey, the last time we talked, you reset him. I sent you the information, and you had told me that you were thinking about selling it because of this, and you were pretty motivated. So, I started talking to Grant about it. And I figured even though you had a realtor that you had been working with and you're one yourself, I thought, what the heck? Why not another opinion? I'd love to send Grant out and he could add his insights to the information we sent you. Insights to the information, insights to the information, insights to the information, right? That's where that's where you can close on that. He's valuable with his insights. Your information that you sent is uninterpreted. Follow me?
Yes.
It's uninterpreted. You need it to be interpreted, right?
Yes.
Cool. Good. Awesome.
That's well said. I mean, just listening to that, like stay, and you didn't say stay in the script, but in the script is the appointment getter. Like,
Yeah.
We're going to find out their motivation, they want to do this, and book the appointment, get me inside.
The
Because that is right. I mean, any question, if you open that door up, boy, he's going to ask, he or she will ask something that,
The only reason for the information is to soften them to our professionalism to allow us in. That's it. I mean, there's a huge benefit to them with or without us, as you know. But for our benefit, it's to give them the information that's uninterpreted so that it makes sense to have you come over and interpret it for him in his particular situation. And you can't do that. It's like the cash offer thing we started the call off with. You can't make a cash offer over the phone. Huh? What do you mean make a cash offer? Sure, $20. Right? I mean, so you see, so there's a logic to all of this. And so what we're trying to do, and just like that lady that Russell was talking to, I don't know how this all works. Of course you don't. You don't do it every day. Don't worry, we do. So let me get one of our specialists over there. They'll help you, first of all, see what the house is worth, which you probably walk away with after all expenses. And they can tell you the logistics of how to get one under agreement. Okay? We can time everything. In fact, it's an easy answer. We get them both going at the same time. We start looking at properties that we like. We're ready to go. We get the pictures and everything taken, and we put it on, and we have a simultaneous closing. It's not a home sale. It's not a home sale contingency. It's a simultaneous closing. And not every house is hot. Some of them are expired. Some of them are off market. So we just have to always be resourceful, no matter how difficult the challenge is, and we have to come across that way. So the resourcefulness is Grant. Grant will get in there and he will be resourceful. The worst thing that can happen is you get his free insights and his information. That's the worst thing that can happen, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Good job. All right, Mr. Wiseman.
Danny.
Oh, go ahead. Angeli, there you are, my dear.
Hi, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to talk earlier, but I was used to unmuting on my headset.
Don't sweat. I will take your call after Doug's, okay? So you'll close us out now that you're there. So you hang in there. I'll come to you last. Doug, you there?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Here we go.
Yes, is Millennia there, please?
Yes.
Yes, hi. Hey, good afternoon. This is Doug Wiseman. I'm with the Stillwell Group Remax, and the reason I called, I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell, and so I'd like to send you something, strategic package, that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
Good.
I wasn't really selling the house. The house was on the market in summer of 2020 for rent. And the real estate agent just put it for sale. He always convinces us to put for both. And the house really rented within a week. And so we took it off of the market. It seemed like he didn't take it off for selling. And that's why it looks like it did not sell. But actually, it wasn't for sale at all.
Oh, so now how long are you going to rent it for?
It's until next year always.
Till August of 2022?
Yes.
Okay, and then at that point, would it be a good time to call you back to see if you're going to relist it?
Probably, yes.
Okay.
Called by, I think, 50 of them. So,
say again?
So I've been called by pretty much all real estate agents in the
okay.
Fairfax area. So I think you're the number 50 who called me.
It's the first time I've made contact with you, but
Yeah, okay. So there's the teachable moment, Doug, right? Is that number one, this isn't a really good lead, right? So this is just somebody who's got some whacked out story that the real estate agent tried to sell it instead of renting it. I don't know. She sounds confused. But you will run into this last piece of it, that there will be people that have had multiple calls. Back in the day when we first started doing this, there was a great call. Guy said, well, you're number 35 to call, but I like your style. And you can just say like that, say, look, I'm sure a lot of people called you, but I'm sure nobody's going to send you the package we're going to send you. So let me get this out in the mail to you. I'll call you next week to make sure that you got it. If you determine that this is, worth the while. I mean, you really need to get into that why but again, this is a tough one to coach on because she doesn't have a why, according to her, right? It's like, it's just a flat out bad lead. So I'd rather get a better call than this to talk to you about. So you're up first next week. Give me a couple calls where there's actually a viable person, okay? Because she's not. But in the end, the one coachable here is that you will be up against a lot of other calls. Say, well, I can't speak for those other people, but I do know that what we're going to send you is very valuable with or without us. It's going to be 5 or 6 properties that sold around you with the complete details from the MLS that sold while you're in the market and a copy of Lee's plan that he customizes for his clients. I'm sure it's more helpful than anything you'll get. Like I would say that's certainly myself, right? Not sounding defensive, but it's a coachable moment. So I'm kind of leaning in. Your call is so different from the other 50. You have to learn how to make that clear to her. Say, I don't know what they were claiming or what they were saying. I'm just simply calling to ask you if I could get you this information. Follow? Yeah, but very good. Yeah, very good. I know it's early for you in the process, so very good. Yeah, well, very good. And that's why I saw Autumn's critique sounded a little formal in the beginning, and that's because you're reading it in the beginning and making it your own, and it'll come. You're a pro. I mean, that was very smooth. And so just no reason to feel defensive when she says something like that. Say, yeah, I'm sure you got a bunch of calls. But here's what we have. We don't really care what anybody else does. Because really, I know it's going to sound cocky and arrogant when I say it to you all, but this is a competitionless lane. People will not take the time to organize their best what to do information in a package, spend the money, and send it out. You know, I know that because the consumer tells me that all the time. I hear it very regularly, very regularly. Okay, so that you'll learn that over time. You'll get used to that, and then get very connected to Lee, like I said. And have you gotten a package in the mail yet?
Myself, no.
Okay, I'm going to shoot all of you with a taser gun, my principals, for not sending your people stuff in the mail that you're asking them to sell. Do it, right? And FedEx it. I don't want stuff lost in the mail and all this nonsense. Get it to them, okay? We owe you.
Denny, I think I do have everything under the sun from Lee, and I'm just like a little bit of maybe information overload because I'm so new. But
okay,
I'll mention that to him. Is it important? Did he actually mail something to me?
100% it is. Until you experience what they will experience, you won't know the feeling of the gift-giving process. If you don't, it's like, Doug, when we get something, even if it's Amazon and we buy ourselves something, you know that feeling when the package comes. Hey, my new shorts are here in the mail, right? It's the gift. It's a gift, even if we bought it. So it changes the relationship. So yes, it is absolutely critical. And it is critical that you open it up, that you read the cover letter, that you look at it and you experience it.
Right, because that's what the prospect is looking at. I get you.
Exactly right. So what good are we if we don't have you experience it?
No, I understand.
Right? So good.
Okay.
Good job, though. It's, and it's early for you. Just get me a couple next time. That
yeah, I said something viable. There was a couple other ones, but the email address was wrong, and I had to look it up and correct it. Then I just got you the first one.
All good, buddy. Thanks for jumping on the train that's already moving. It's good to have you. It's good. No, it's good to have you. It's good to have you. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Angeli, let's close the show. Here we go.
Hello? Hello? Hi, Rosanna? Rosanna? Yes. Oh, hi, Rosanna. My name is Jordan. I'm calling from Jag Realty Group. I am calling because I noticed that you registered in the website early this year because you were looking for 3 or more bedroom houses in Salem under $350,000, correct? Yes. Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure we're sending you the right properties you wanted to see. Is this the type of properties you're most interested in, or should we make some adjustments on your search? That is what we're interested in. We just had to put pause because of some situations, so that's why we haven't been looking more right now. Eventually we'll start it up again.
Okay, so when will you be ready again to buy a house?
Hopefully by the end of this year.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, since I have you on the line, I'm just curious, what are you thinking about buying a house?
Good, Angeli.
Just, we've been running for years now, and so we thought we would make the change.
Oh, I see. Well, will this be your first house?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm excited for you for this one. So, yeah, I know that you are still thinking about doing it by the end of the year. When should we call you back?
Maybe by December.
December. Okay. Well, before I let you go, before I forget as well, I just want to know, because I know that you are really thinking about, buying a house by the end of the year because you've been running for.
All right, stop right there. See, you're repeating what you just said to her before. So, like Maxie and Russell, the critique is the same, Angeli, that this is a really good call right up until there, where you repeated something that you said because you're trying to buy time, because it doesn't sound like me that you're certain. Tell me what you're about to ask her.
Yeah, because I gotta be honest, I'm off the script at that time because
Yes.
I was supposed to be asking for the motivation, the scale 1 to 10. And since I already said the first half of it, that's why I repeated it just to be on, just to be.
Well, Angeli,
flow.
just say the question. Don't add these extra words. Well, I see
Right.
that you're going to, do it by the end of the year. You already said that before. Why are you saying that? Just say, just out of curiosity, scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you?
All right, gotcha.
That's it. You don't need, these are called word whiskers. You're trying to buy time when you fall off that script and you feel confused. Don't worry about that. I think Autumn's advice long ago to have your finger on the script about where you're at, because up until then, Angeli, it's the best call you've sent me.
All right, then.
Yeah, by far. Let's listen a little bit more.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated
Good.
are
You get there.
I would say right now, it's about a 7. I'm sure still, but is it about the timing or
Good.
or the other factors that contribute? The timing.
Good.
But what if the timing is right? Would you be a 10 at that time? Or should it
Good.
be by the end of the year? Yeah, I would say I would be a 10.
Good.
Okay, great. So I guess we'll just call you back closer to December to check up on
Good.
how you're doing. Well, anyway, thank you very much for your time, Rosanna. I really appreciate it. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Angeli,
Mm-hmm.
that's your best call in a long time. I mean, you had one little flub up in this call, but you have now put somebody in the database that is a 7 now, moving towards, you could, I personally would say, all right, now that's a great example of a far better job of getting real answers from a person who's not ready right now, but could be. She could become a real deal by the end of the year. Okay. So that's now sitting in Josh's database, needing the follow-up. What I want to make sure is that there is data going to her so that she's getting some of these properties, but she should be getting sold properties. Also, she should be, she's a first-time home buyer. Is she getting pre-approved, right? Any of that stuff. All that stuff is information and insight that we could offer her between now and then, right? Follow me?
Because I remember when we had the private talk with Josh, when you asked me what I understand about the business.
Yes.
Well, at that time, I just have like an idea of how it goes. But now that I've been dialing and I've been going over from one list to another, then I actually found a way to, move around as long as I know what we can offer, then I can just change the script from time to time.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because you saw at the beginning, it's a formula. This is just a formula. So good job.
Right.
All right, listen, I've got a wrap here. I went a little OT today. Very good job, Angeli. Bravo. I just, where you were to where you are inside of a formula, that was very evident to me today. Now, and I'll talk to Josh a little bit about this. Now we need to know that she's a good example, that gal. We need to get her information, and we need to maybe get her with a lender, because we need to use that opportunity that you created to create deeper relationship by serving her. We don't just wait till she's ready to see properties. She should be getting pre-approved. And quite frankly, from a 7 to an 8 or 9, she's a first-time home buyer. I can even make a case that it wouldn't be a bad idea to have someone like Josh call her. Say, hey, listen, Angeli was telling me you're thinking about buying by the end of the year. One of the smart things you could do in addition to getting properties is getting pre-approved. Have you gotten set up with a lender yet? And boom, get them with our lender, get them pre-approved. Everything we help them do ingratiates them to us, right?
Right.
Good. All right, everybody, listen, I think that this is good. And we will reconvene next week and go through some of this stuff. So real good, positive stuff today. Good improvements from everybody. So thanks for being here. Appreciate everybody today.
Thank you.
Yep, cool.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
All right,
Thank you,
gang.
Danny.
Okay, gang.
Have a
See you
good
later. Good
weekend.
job. Good job, everybody. Hi.
Hi. So are we going on with Serena or no?
Well, I think I might start it next week because here's, hang on one second.